11 p.m. in the area of I-480 and Martha. This is a look at the scene from a Nebraska DOT camera nearby. Dispatch tells us one person was taken to the hospital. So far, no word on the extent of their injuries or the cause of this crash. Stay with First Alert 6 on air and online as we work to find out more information. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday morning on First Alert 6 streaming. I'm Cerise Cole.
I was kind of waiting for you.
You don't have to wait.
And I'm Erin Hartley, joined by Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord. First alert to what's going to have a lot of mist and drizzle in your forecast today. A lot of cloudy coverage as well.
When I was driving in, I just kept basically tapping the windshield wiper. You didn't need it on constantly. It kind of smeared things, and so that's probably what you get out the door this morning. You see how it's just kind of murky and hazy in some spots, especially when you look on the horizon. The headlights glisten a little bit, got some drops on the camera in places, but you don't have to worry about any of it icing up. We're at 38 right now, so that's good news. And anytime we have any mist or drizzle in the forecast, temperatures are above 32 here for the rest of the week. So no worries as far as icing goes. We can see these little pockets here where it's a little more prevalent. Just little specks of green, nothing all that heavy. There was a pretty good batch that moved through while you were sleeping about 3, 4 o'clock, and that's what gave us our big coating out there. And now we just have little pockets of the drizzle and mist, and these clouds are going to be a little tougher to get rid of. Yesterday, they thinned out a little bit into the afternoon and helped us out a little. I don't think we're going to be quite as lucky today, just given a lot of these are much lower to the ground and going to be a little tougher to break through. Plus the wind shifts. We got a northwest wind later on today. That's usually a bad recipe to warm up when conditions are like this. So 30s this morning, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, up by noon into the low 40s. There's those little specks of green on the map. So again, it's never heavy rain. There could be a spotty shower show up this afternoon as we go through 7 o'clock, still in the 40s. So kind of what you see is what you get today. Not a lot of movement with the temperatures. And even if they do move, the sunshine not going to help out a ton. Overnight tonight could have some more drizzle, some more mist heading into the early part of the day on Wednesday. Again, everybody above freezing. Good news there. Don't have to worry about widespread icing, but I think, again, we could have some more drizzle pickup during the overnight hours into the early morning of Wednesday. So this is a look over the next 24 hours and the chances of drizzle, maybe even a couple of showers thrown in there as well. So that's tomorrow. Likely going to be parked under the clouds for one more day tomorrow. 48 for the high. We'll see how we do today. It might be a bit of a struggle to warm, but right now I would say Thursday is the best day of the week with the right combo of sunshine and warmth. 68, partly cloudy, and you got that breeze that's out of the south-southeast. That could hit 30 miles per hour, but still, pretty good day on the way on Thursday, the way things are looking.
All right, be sure to enjoy Thursday because Friday is now a First Alert 6 weather day due to some potential storms.
Yeah, we gave you a little hint of this yesterday, and things have come together a little bit better to the point where I think it's worthy of it now. We got to watch 2 rounds of storms that may be moving through. Some left over from Thursday night that wouldn't likely move in until after midnight and linger into the morning hours of Friday, so I just kind of put those in the Friday time frame. So mostly downpours and some isolated hail with those. Those move out, we warm up, the wind picks up, we jump into the 70s. We could easily go a little bit warmer than that. 72 I have in the forecast. It all hinges on how fast this round in the morning moves out. Then we get some evening storms with some hail and some wind that goes with those. Could be a little stronger. They'll move southeast pretty quickly, but they do also bring a tornado risk as well. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a look at the severe weather risk area for Thursday. Yeah, I said Thursday. What it does is it takes the 24-hour period from 7 a.m. Thursday all the way through 7 a.m. Friday morning. So any storms that develop on Thursday in different parts and move in are included with this. And that's what's going to happen. After midnight, they'll likely develop to the west and then march east overnight. Scattered, not for everybody, but we'll have a 1 out of 5 on the scale with some downpours and a hail potential to start off the day on Friday. Then the evening round's the one that packs a little bit more of a punch. It's got more energy to work with. The yellow, essentially a 2 out of 5 on the scale. The orange, a 3 out of 5. This is what we risk outlook map for more than 3 days out, essentially. We're taking a little closer, and you can see now a good chunk of our area included in this, and they'll likely develop on the west side of this and then march to the southeast. And you can see here north of Kansas City in our area, probably the best bet for any tornado potential would be in the southeastern corner of our viewing area as those march to the southeast. So that's what we'll be tracking over the next couple of days as we get close to this. So 40s Tuesday and Wednesday, 68 Thursday, 72 on Friday, and then down into the 50s on Saturday. Still pretty good though, and then back up near 70 on Sunday and Monday, looking great there. Another system middle of next week. Haven't had a chance to talk about it much, but that one tries to bring a little snow on the back edge. So just a little sign there that we're not done with winter, but you know, March snows, they don't last long. They fall and they melt off pretty quickly.
I don't see any highs of 30s though in that forecast.
Great point. It's
Okay.
going to be tough to get the lows in the 30s in some spots.
Unless that 41 starts to dip on us.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll see if we get any snow.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about traffic conditions this morning. What are you following?
It's mostly about the drizzle and the mist. I haven't had any incidents. There might have been something in the last 10 minutes or so while I've been talking over there. But right now, the way things are looking, you can see on the map, look at how there's a little drip of water on the camera here. That's basically the issue. Finding the right setting on the windshield wipers. This is a look at I-80 near L Street. So that camera was right about here, looking to the south. See some slowdowns on 144th, trying to get to the interstate. 370's looking good. JFK's looking good right now. That had some big slowdowns as we went through the 7 o'clock hour yesterday. Maybe people found a different route instead. Maple, Dodge, Center, looking good there. 204th, pretty good. 680. A lot of green on the map. That's good news. This yellow slowdown right there around the Ralston area, that's L and the 72nd Street corridor there where they demolished that bridge and now they're trying to turn it into a ground level intersection. So just some slowdowns on the map right now. Happy to say it. So we're a little past 7 o'clock. We get a little past 8 with the same conditions and we'll be 2 for 2 for
Nice
the week.
start.
That'd be awesome. All right, Rusty, thank you. As the U.S. military campaign against Iran intensifies, law enforcement here on high alert. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies are increasing patrol around synagogues and other sensitive spots. Congregation members at Beth Israel Synagogue are checking in on their loved ones as they sit in bomb shelters in Israel. One rabbi says he immediately did reach out to people he knows there. The good news is they are alive. The rabbi adds the historical parallels to this current moment are impossible to ignore.
So the timing is actually very interesting because starting tonight we celebrate the holiday of Purim, which was a holiday where there was a nation that decreed all Jews would be killed in Persia at the time, and it ended up being a war, and the day after the war was over is the day that we celebrate as Purim. And so it's really times like that throughout our history that we look to, that even though in the moment it might be frightening, we know that there will be better days ahead.
Douglas County Sheriff Aaron Hansen says you can help keep our community safe.
Yeah, so if you see something suspicious near a synagogue, church, or government building, he reminds you to call 911 or the sheriff office tip line.
Meantime, Omaha Public Works officials say we can't expect a stretch of Pacific Street to reopen in just a couple of days.
Yeah, so video from last Tuesday of those vehicles collapsing and the rescue of the drivers that followed captured national attention. Everybody was talking about it. But initially, crews thought 67th and Pacific would be shut down for weeks. Well, Mayor John Ewing now says things have progressed more quickly than expected. And officials doubled down, saying this particular sinkhole didn't come with the typical warning signs. Ewing stressed you don't have to worry about driving on Omaha streets.
Our streets are safe. Things happen in cities, and sometimes you have things that you would rather not have happen, but our streets are safe. So no one has to worry about these things happening as they're driving down the street.
Now, Mayor Ewing says the city plans to do a review of the sinkhole at Pacific to try to figure out why it opened.
All right, Cerise, thank you. Now at the safety desk with Maria Cade. Maria, you have some information about new research about breast cancer.
Yeah, looking at numbers from 2023, more than 2 million women all around the world were diagnosed with breast cancer. But according to new research, over the next 2 decades, cases are expected to increase even more all around the world. So according to that new research, breast cancer cases among women worldwide are estimated to reach over 3.5 million by 2050. And to find out that number, researchers analyzed trends from more than 200 countries over a period of 30 years. So they found that across low-income countries, breast cancer deaths nearly doubled during that period. In high-income countries, though, early detection and treatment led to a nearly 30% decline in deaths. So for women ages 40 through 74 years old, mammograms are recommended every other year. Of course, those self-exams are still important too, but doctors say it is recommended and best to go get that mammogram.
It's not a fun thing to do, but it's important for our health. All right, Maria, thank you. We're back after this.
Welcome back, everybody. You know that Temptation song, I Got Sunshine on a Cloudy Day? That's what you need today. You need a little sunshine on this cloudy day. It is a little foggy, a little hazy, a little wet, drizzly, all the things. Let's check in with Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord to see how long all that is going to stick around.
I'm going to have that song stuck in my head.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, let's talk about where we're going with that. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of cloud cover around the area, and with that, some mist, some drizzle. It's just going to be tough to get the sun out for the next couple of days. We'll probably wait until Thursday before it really does anything that helps us out. Otherwise, you see how damp the roads are, the headlights just kind of reflecting off the wet pavement. Patchy drizzle, stubborn clouds. That's the story here through the day. Storms possible early and late on Friday with First Alert 6 weather day. Then the weekend gets pretty quiet and comfortable, rather enjoyable. Let's show you. We don't have any widespread drizzle, but a couple of showers down around Maryville. See these little specks right here? That's some trying to show up in Pottawatomie County, up south of Harlan, north of I-80, where we've had a little bit of drizzle try to show up. Again, nothing widespread, but there's going to be little patches of it. And some of it's not even going to show up well on the radar. Just going to be kind of some mist and some low clouds hanging on. Given the way things are looking right now, we'll go 47 for the high, but I've seen days like this fall short a lot when we have the clouds, and eventually we get a northeast wind. So just bank on cold, cloudy, and you're needing a coat all day today. Same story tomorrow, too. You can see 48 degrees, but there's a little hope on some models that we can break through these clouds. I think there's going to be some drizzle out there to start off the day Wednesday, but notice the west edge of the clouds. That's gradually moving in. And you can see by 4 o'clock, there's at least a glimmer of hope. We get a little late day sunshine. Probably too little too late to help us, but we may round out the day Wednesday with a little bit. If we play our cards right, then 68 for the high on Thursday, the best day of the week, because by Friday, even with the warmer temperature and 72, we're going to have more wind and some thunderstorm potential. First round in the morning would be mostly downpours and some hail, and it's not for everybody. These are going to be kind of the scattered leftovers of some storms from the overnight hours. Warm and windy into the afternoon, and then more evening storms that develop. Hail and a wind threat with those. A tornado or two possible. And the best bet would probably be in this orange shaded area, which goes Kansas City down through Joplin, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. You go up into our area. So 2 out of 5 in the yellow, 3 out of 5 in the orange, essentially. Severe risk shows how basically the storms are going to try to develop somewhere here on the west edge of this and then march southeast into the evening. So that's what we'll be watching for as we go through Friday evening to see just how they fire up and move, and they could try to spin up a little bit. Let me show you the latest model data. And now as we go through the course of the day today, we're going to get some better data and some higher resolution. But there's the morning round, just some scattered thunder showers. Those should clear out a little better than what this model's showing. And then this line here by 6 or 7 from Omaha to Lincoln, that is what we'll try to develop and then march southeast where we could have a little more intensity. And yeah, that's snow on the northwest edge of that too. So
Sure is.
Okay, kind of a segue into my next point. Just because we're kind of seeing more rain doesn't mean we're necessarily done with the winter.
yeah, March can bring you a little bit of everything. And there's a couple of systems we got to pay attention to. A busy pattern to start off the month. This one on Friday will have some snow with it for somebody probably outside of our area. We get a good weekend, 50s and 60s. This next one here to watch, Tuesday and Wednesday, is interesting because that could be warm and stormy on one side, snow on the other side as well, and we'll see how that can impact our area as well. So another system that may bring in some colder air. Look at this map here for the middle of the month. Now we're starting to see some of those cooler blues here, so I think the middle of the month brings with it a little reminder. We're still not quite done with winter yet. Might be the last gasp right there for the middle.
Good job.
Right in the middle of the month.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is it though. Last hurrah.
So you don't have to bundle up at all those baseball games.
You know it. That's exactly what I was thinking. All right, coming up, Starbucks is saying goodbye to winter and hello to spring.
And the drinks you'll want to try, that's next.
Welcome back, everybody. New this morning, Starbucks is ready to spring forward.
And the company launching its latest seasonal lineup today. All right, check it out. Features chai, ube, lavender, and coconut flavored drinks.
Oh.
In addition to the new choices, Starbucks is also bringing back its iced lavender cream matcha.
I like matcha.
Later on this spring. You say you do or don't?
I don't.
You do not. I am
not
a
my
big
favorite
old
either.
matcha fan.
Okay.
You don't either?
No,
Am I
it's never
outnumbered in
been my
this?
favorite.
I don't think I've had it.
Oh my gosh, I love matcha. Okay, later this spring, Starbucks will unveil its new iced mango cream matcha. Might have to try that. More menu info available on the Starbucks website.
Was it all matcha?
I mean, I'm telling you
Well,
this,
I
they're
think some of
going.
those look like cold brews.
Oh,
or
yeah, with the
lager.
lavender
Yeah,
foam.
yeah, yeah.
I would like that
Me
lavender
too.
cold foam.
They're going with the spring colors,
Yes,
for sure.
green, purple, pretty.
What's ube?
Oh, like It's like it's kind of similar to like a sweet potato, but it's purple.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can ube flavored things.
I guess I'll have to go get a pistachio before they go away. I love the pistachio when it comes in.
Somebody else was talking about that the other day. You don't like it?
I don't think I would. I've never tried it.
So what is about the matcha you guys don't like?
I don't like how it tastes.
The flavor?
Leafy.
Leafy?
Yeah.
Too green for me.
Too green.
Yeah. If I go to Starbucks, I want coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
You sound like just give me a black coffee.
I know, just black coffee. No sugar, no cream. All right, a discovery helping inspire a new attraction in Omaha.
So crews recently started work on a new roller coaster for Funplex. When they started digging, though, they found actual bone fragments. So now they're deciding to have a little fun with that discovery by giving the coaster a woolly mammoth theme. There's even a giant mascot that you could see around town, and that should be fun running into him.
Oh.
We are bringing in a coaster to the Omaha community after several years of not having one. It's going to be bigger, better, faster than our last coaster. It's about 70 feet tall.
Well, Funplex plans to open that coaster by this summer. I think the kids will like that.
Yeah, I think it should be a fun time.
I originally rode the old roller coaster before they turned that puppy down. I think that was the only roller coaster in the state at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think there's any other roller coasters.
I think, did we ever hear about the bones that they found too? Was that a story back in the day?
I have to look into it more. Yeah.
Did anybody think the mascot kind of looked like Snuffleupagus?
Yes. But I guess from my point of view, because she said it was going to be 70 feet tall, maybe they still have a little bit to go to build it.
Are
But
they
it
gonna be
looked
done
a
by
little.
the summer?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. But it maybe looked a little like a kiddie coaster. Still be fun, maybe. But
that's right.
I was like 70 feet tall, man.
Yeah.
They got some work to do.
They do.
Yeah.
We'll bet.
We'll keep y'all updated, all right? Okay, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to get ready for our update in today's show. Of course, you can watch it here on Streamin' or over the air.
Great start to your Tuesday.
Yeah, they were laughing and stuff. Oh boy. Come on. I don't even during the kicker.
Live from WOWT, First Alert 6 starts now.
A good Tuesday morning to you. It is 7:26. I'm Cerise Cole.
I'm Aaron Hartley. Let's get an update on traffic. Take it to 96th and Harrison.
Yeah, I got a report of a crash there. We got a crew on the way, and it looks like eastbound lanes are the slow ones, at least according to the traffic map here. We've had the biggest issue. Could also be some slowdowns on 96 as well that aren't showing up. So 96th and Harrison, the first one into the morning. That's the intersection you probably want to avoid for the time being. Otherwise, got some slowdowns on L. Pretty standard stuff. Dodge, Center. Northbound JFK slowing down quite a bit as well. You can see just the sporadic spots where it's slowing down. Plus, we have the mist and the drizzle out there that's not helping matters either. Putting that on some of your windshields. Now, Let's talk about what we have with the forecast out the door. And that mist and that drizzle, it's patchy, but it's there, and you can kind of see just the haze in the atmosphere with the moisture, and 38 degrees. So none of it's going to ice up. We are above 32, no problems there. Temperature and the radar show everybody is warmer than 32. So if you get little pockets of drizzle that show up on the radar, some of them won't. Let me stress that. It's pretty low to the ground, so at a certain point the radar beam is actually above it, and you won't be able to see it very well. The radar doesn't go out on a straight line. So today we'll climb from the 30s up to about 47 degrees by 4 o'clock with sunshine, or with clouds around, and we're waiting a while for sunshine. Probably not until sometime on Thursday. Maybe if we're lucky on Wednesday we can break a little late, but there's the drizzle chances the rest of the day into the overnight and early part of the day on Wednesday. 68 for the high on Thursday. Best day of the week, the way it's looking here.
Breaking news we're following this morning. A person is heard after a late night crash. This happened around 11 o'clock last night near I-480 in Martha. Dispatch tells us that one person was taken to the hospital, but so far no word about a cause.
It is 7:28. We're back with another update for you in about 25 minutes. We'll see you then.
It was not that.